Welcome back to the channel. This is your host, table4ONE, with part 2 of a Let's Play for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So where we last left off in the previous video, we had just escaped our fate into slavery. And we had freed one of our commanders, and we had learned that the rest are being held in this village over here. So we have to go free the rest of our crewmen.
Kjotve's warriors crawl through Aval's nest like lice for you.
We got our first little full settlement utilizing our Raven. Got a visual on one. It's going to be some wealth in that first hut over in front of us.
I must be careful now.
So squeeze on through here. Oh,
The longhouse.
try to avoid getting
Who should be
spotted.
inside?
Now we're too early to have the assassin's blade to do stealth kills, but we can still whistle, maneuver around, use the tall grass here to our advantage. Let's see if we can't just take him up quietly with a headshot.
Stop right there.
And he's no longer a concern. I believe this building is going to be empty. So yeah, we're in the clear. Of course, those crafting materials will be more useful later in the game when we start actually
There should be an opening in
crafting upgrades to our weapons and our armor. The free roam aspect to the Assassin's Creed titles is mixed with the open world aspect. The fact that we can climb wherever we want is one of the appealing selling points there for me personally. I'm hearing them below me. I'm not seeing them. Use our Odin sense. Feeling like Batman Arkham Asylum here, briefly.
You coward! Unbind me and stick an axe in my hand!
I owe you nothing, raven shit. Yours is a clan of thralls and peasants.
you. Lay that axe aside or die by mine.
You should be on a slave ship to Ireland,
We're going to
Wolfkiss.
encounter our first mini-boss.
But if you wish to be my first sacrifice, Odin will be more than happy to receive you.
You just killed yourself, Adki.
I'll kill you!
I will sell you to
We can lock on the target.
Kneel, Wolfkiss.
Realize dodging, striking when his axe is stuck in the ground for that split second delay.
What are you watching?
It's always nice when built-in tutorial screens break up the flow and the rhythm while you're, especially when you're trying to do combat. So I kind of talked about this in the previous part 1 here for Valhalla, with the difference between Odyssey having the hack and slash style to its combat. But what I really appreciate here with Valhalla is how there's actually a stamina bar, and how combat has to be more strategic and thought out. You can't just rush in and hope for the best. And like utilizing the shield, utilizing the bow to take out enemies' weak spots, the weaken their health bar overall, and then just the rhythm of, you know, getting your hits in without depleting your stamina bar. It's a more in-depth process, which really works for me. It makes the combat far more fascinating and fun to play with here in Valhalla than in Odyssey, in my opinion. Guy's putting up a good fight. Obviously, every time he flashes red like that, it's important for me to dodge out of the way, because those are unblockable hits. The little killing animations as well for Valhalla, I love how brutal they are. It definitely does have that Viking flavor to the brutality of the deaths.
Should have held on to this until the bitter end.
All right, so we reclaim our father's axe.
If I give my life, will you spare
The
my
weapon
clan?
of a coward, as so quoted by our enemy.
Kill them all!
Alright, so here we get our first glimpse of the dueling story that's going to be happening in the narrative of Valhalla. On one hand, yes, we have the main story beat of Eivor's journey as a Viking, but then we're also going to have the side story happening spiritually through Odin and with Norse mythology. And of course, the symbolism of him as a young child being bit by that wolf, hence his nickname Wolf Kiss. And now his visions of Odin with a wolf, and how that's going to play into the Norse mythology
Are you bewitched?
later in the title.
Unbind us.
What? Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you, my friend. Even if your wits were somewhat rattled.
Alright, we've freed our clan members that we had
Now come, we take
all
back our
supposedly
ship.
been captured
Do not
with. Now we've regained all of our gear, and this is the main hub of Valhalla. This time they introduced the power levels as like similar to Skyrim, if you will, visually, with constellations in the sky. And every time you earn those points, you can dump them into this endless skill tree of constellations. And what more importantly, it just builds up your power total at the bottom of the screen. Now, obviously here, just going through all the putting our beginning armor set on. The texture of the leather and the cloth and the fur and like the lighting, like all this is gorgeous on the PS5. Looks very yeah, it is very beautiful. And now we're going to be able to get into the main combat action here. And you can start to see that I have to utilize crowd control, absorbing hits with the shield, throwing in the strike when they throw down and they miss on me, course, dodging and then utilizing the bow when I'm not overcrowded to, of course, weaken them.
Watch for my signal.
Like I've stated before, but the most important part is this is fun. It's fun to play this. It's fun to engage with this combat, and that's the most important takeaway. Now, further down the path of Eivor here, we will start discovering our Assassin's Creed power perks, like with Odyssey. Obviously, having the infamous Spartan kick, but we'll have more Viking appropriate themed power-ups at our disposal when we hold R2. But I also like how Valhalla handles that as well, because they're actually hidden throughout this world in these books of knowledge. And when you discover a book of knowledge, then that's what grants you one of those abilities. And then you can, of course, choose which ones to have equipped. While I'm looking at this right now, the blue light glowing off of your fallen enemies or animals if you're hunting, that's when you know that there's something there to loot, rather than just carry away for if you're being more stealthy during clearing out a area during a stealth mission. And as long as they keep sending these guys my way, I have no problem disposing of them.
We'll wear you out.
I also don't ever grow tired of seeing the brutal little death animations. Now let's go on through and loot. Alright, there we go. Little jank. Of course, gathering food and eating it for health. Another aspect of Valhalla versus, Odyssey there is, and Odyssey, once you take so much damage, your only real option is to evade your enemies and stay away from them for a few moments until your health, Call of Duty's it and regains on its own. I like how Valhalla is more, you have to heal yourself, whether or not it's realistic or just like, oh, I'm eating some berries now. But like, I like the effort put into it though.
Don't want you.
This path here, of course, is going to lead us to the introduction of our longboat, which will be our only water carriage in this title. Unlike Odyssey, that allows us to have a full-size ship and explore the world by the ocean ways. Ubisoft chose to not engage with that type of seafaring combat gameplay, supposedly because of Skull and Bones. They didn't want they compete with themselves. Even though I don't even think Skull and Bones is officially fully out yet. Anyways, I think that's in development hell. But once you get into this title, I mean, yeah, it would have been cool, I guess. But like, since we're going to England and it's a lot of rivers, you know, when you are using the longboat, it does organically make sense. We're trying to break some crates again. And then also you're going to be utilizing your steed or on foot. There's more ways to traverse than just a ship. Alright, so that should be wrapping up the combat here. Let's take one last quick look to see if there's anything worth snatching up. And we get to take command of this vessel.
Grab your oars. The whale road leads us home.
Yours! It's about time!
Stop yapping and start rowing.
Also, from a historical point of view, I do appreciate that we get to see the wicker weaved little rafts and origins, and then get to explore the ocean in what you consider like a pirate ship in like Black Flag and with Odyssey. And then it is cool just to be like with a more tribal, smaller longboat experience here in Valhalla.
I like my version better.
And of course, we're going to get our first look here at what the raid system is. Of course, since we're Vikings, once we do get to England, we're going to be able to roll up in our ship and jump out and raid a village, community, town, city. And this is this cool, like, world building with your clan, that family dynamic atmosphere, like with Red Dead 2. All working together to achieve a goal. This is obviously a very smaller introduction size for the raid, so we got a new axe. Alright, so we're currently using our beginning axe, which is 54. This new one is 69. Looks like a beast. So it's it's basically a long sword for an axe, both two-handed. So works for now. Obviously, it doesn't. We won't have a shield then, but oh, there are some people. I didn't think that we'd find them, but we did. Obviously, I have to be a lot more closer to utilize this weapon with that janky aim system. Appears to be it. Let's take a... We got some crafting gems over there. Might as well take a quick peek before we head back off. A little bit of goodies up here. Always interesting just to find little documents to read to continue building lore like similar to Skyrim.
Trolls take you. Be wary of trees. Don't fight.
Oh, he climbed back up for me. That's cool. So playing this title on the hardest with the AI, and I don't feel like the AI is overly simplified or dumb. I don't know what the experience is with playing this game on like normal or easy, how dumbed down they'll make the AI, but I do recommend playing this at a higher difficulty, especially with the highest setting for the stealth, because then they're actually actively on guard and looking out for one another, similar to the gameplay in Origins. And just take in that view. It's utterly beautiful. I love being in this game. I could just play this for hours and hours. But sadly, I think this is going to be the end of part 2 here, so that means I'm going to have to catch you all in part 3. But this has been your host, table4ONE. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Of course, I drop weekly here, Monday through Friday. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later.